Welcome to Board Games Daddy, one of the most interesting games out there from Stonemaier Games is Viticulture. I want to dedicate this video just to Viticulture, the base game, and show you what is inside, and on another video in the channel you'll find dedicated to Tuscany. But please note that if you're entering for the first time in Viticulture world, this game now only makes sense in my opinion to play with Tuscany. No one plays it, just the base game. So this should be completely restructured and come always with both. Okay, so but for the sake of the memory lane here and for you to see what you can find inside Viticulture Essential Edition, this video will be just dedicated to this small box. And before I go in, just to remind you that if you like this content, don't forget to leave a like and consider subscribing. I have lots of board games and card games in the channel, so I truly believe that if you subscribe and watch it, you'll find content that interests you. Cool. So the Essential Edition is a game by Jeremy Stegmaier, Alan Stone, and Morten Morand Pedersen. Here in the artwork, you can feel the theme, which is it looks like somewhere in Tuscany, Italy, where this young couple is having a very beautiful life in taking care of wineries and planting grapes and doing some wine. This game plays up to 6 plus 14, 45 to 90 minutes. So this is a lie. Red alert, red flag here. This is a lie. So I've played with 5 and the game took like 3 hours. So be careful. It's not 45 to 90 minutes, probably with 2 players or 3, because with 5 it's the 3-hour game, especially if you are not experienced. And week 6 should be very chaotic. So around the box, you have more images of vineyards and wine-related stuff, and on the back, you get it upside down. I love this box. I love the size of the box, and I'm going to try to put everything inside the base game box. But you get a view of the board. This is a worker placer game, so they say allocate workers. You will do exactly that a lot in the game. The colors, I like the colors that remind me like pastel, or the labels that you get on the wine bottles, right? Something like that. And then inside, so I don't know why this is called the Essential Edition. I've never seen any other version of Viticulture besides this one, but I guess there is something. And so this is the Essential Edition one, and the paper of the manual is it's a very high quality. It's very thick here, and it's not smooth. You have some texture here that allows you to do the scratching sound. And let me show you a little bit of the manual. That's how it looks. I'll give you some hints about the game when you take a look at the components. Probably it's easy to explain like on this video, like how to play game, because this is a very complex game, and you'll have some cards that you can use throughout the game. So those are visitors that will visit your wine factory or your vineyard, or both. And then you have a second board, which is your individual board, where you will build some equipment and create the wine and collect the grapes. Wow, it's and there's a solo mode. Okay, that should be interesting. I love when games bring a solo mode. Sometimes the solo mode are completely different experiences that you have with players, but still it's funny to think that the game could play by himself, right? And there's a small reference sheet, so we'll have this. These are like the buildings that you can build on your winery. Okay, so this will be like facilitated explanation. Okay, and then let's start to take a look. So this is a 6-player game, and you have 6-player boards. They just have one side, and what you have here is you have the fields where you can plant your vines. They have a maximum number of grapes sorry, that you can allocate there, and then some of them will require you to have a trellis, some of them will require you to have an irrigation system, and then you can upgrade and build these buildings here. Although they are drawn, you don't have them unless you buy. And then when you when you harvest the fields, you then have the grapes here on these crates, and you have like red wine and white wine. That the better the grapes, the better is the wine. Okay, and then when you there's another action which is converting grapes into wine. They also have different quality depending on the quality of the grapes. So you have the red wine, the white wine, and then you can mix both to do rosé wine, or you can do this special formula here, and you can do champagne. But the more quality the wine, the bigger the cellar needs to be. So you need to upgrade as well. And so those are the individual boards, and then the action happens here. So I'm going to show you the base game board, and if you have the chance to see the Tuscany video, I'm going to show you how the game is much more interesting with the Tuscany expansion. Okay, so let me show you everything on camera here. So this is the English version, and the board is small, and so you have only 3 seasons, which is the spring here. It says spring somewhere. Doesn't say spring. I guess this would be the beginning of the year, which would be the spring here. Then you have the summertime, which is the yellow time here, and then you have the winter time. It says here, so spring, you choose your positions, and then summer, fall is just to draw cards, and then winter, and then it year ends. So on the game, the other game, you have indeed 4 complete seasons, and on the base game, initially you just have a smaller version of the year. So of course, you can choose the position you want to go. The sooner you go, the less compensation you have. If you are later in the game, you'll have stronger powers. And then during summer, you'll be able to place your workers in this house. So draw yellow cards, which are the visitors, that this stuff that helps you. Draw green cards, which are the vines that you plant. I'll show you some. Here is to sell to get experience, sell to get stuff, sell the grapes. Here to get money, here to do buildings, here to plant the things that you get from there. So both happen in the same season, while in the later game that's separate. Those are separate. And then on fall you have draw the purple cards. So the purple cards are the the orders that you have from wine. That's how you convert wine into victory points. You'll see on the cards. Train new workers, so you are limited to the number of the workers you have in the beginning. Depends on your initial setup. I guess it's 2 or 3 workers, and then you can have more and more and more to occupy more spaces. And the purple here is where you fill the purple, fill the orders that you have, converting into points you have here. Okay, and that's only to help you there. There you play the winter visitors, so people that come in the winter to help you. So everyone starts here, so you can lose points in the beginning, so that's why you start here. And then you go, and the game, in the base game, the game ends when someone arrives to 20 points. It triggers the end game. Everyone still plays the complete round, and then you can still go up to 25 points. It looks very simple here. If you only have experience playing with the Tuscany expansion, you'll see the difference of the board. I'll try to show you both boards at the same time. But let's see what we have here in terms of the rest of the components. So that's how it looks. I bought this secondhand. I guess this insert is the original one. And then you have the for 6 players, the green components. I'm going to show you what these are. So these are the workers, and then you have the point cylinder. This is like the starting position. The buildings that you build, those are the windmill, the cellars, all the stuff here in the back. And then these are the wine counters for you to count the type of wine you have. Purple worker, orange worker, yellow, blue, and white. Super simple. You also have the coins. 1, 2, and 5, I guess. Yeah, 5. And then there's a grape and an extra worker, which are some power-ups that you can get. Okay, so let's go here and see what we have. Oh, so this is I'm recognizing this. So this is the solo mode cards, which I don't know what to explain it, and I've never played it. It should be fun. So these are the cards that you use to cover your fields. So you can, like Monopoly, you can sell your houses, your fields, and you get money. So you can then buy it again. So it's a quick way for you to get money from your lands. Then this is one of the funniest part in the game. So I guess this, I've never read the manual, but I guess the story that everyone tells is when explaining the game is you had a random father and a random mother, and those guys died. So you see that's a medallion that you wear with your your parents' faces, and then they gave you some you got from their death some bonus here, which is you inherited the village. And so you start with this is the initial setup. You start with workers and money and some specific cards, and so you randomly take one father and one mother, and you get will be your initial setup. You know, your papa is Raymond, your mama is Laura, or could be your mama is Naya, with these cards, and your papa will be Jerry. So father always gives money in the beginning and workers and buildings, and you get from the mother is 2 basic workers always, and different kinds of cards. So let's have some fun. Let's have some fun taking a look at this guy. So Raymond, I have something in my eye. So Raymond, Jerry, Trevor, Raphael, Cozy, Jay, Christian, Alan, Matthew, Andrew, Josh, Morton, Matt, Stephen, Stefan, Paul, Carrie, and Joel. Who comes up with these faces and names? It's incredible, these creative processes. So Naya, Lauren, Deanne with 2 N's, Emily. Oh, this one looks happy. Fallon, Elena, Alyssa, Rebecca. Are these real people, like workers in the company that were honored forever with their faces here? Nicole, Christine, Danielle, Casey, Margot, Teruyu, so the Chinese mother, Jess, Ariel, and Nietzsche. Okay, so once you have your initial setup, then game continues, and you'll be able to draw the cards that I'm going to show you, which are somehow in a separate thing, which does not hold the 4th type of card or the 5th type of card, which are the buildings. And I don't even understand, because you have like 3 slots here, but there are 4 types of cards, so there are the blue cards as well. Yeah. So why does this come with 3 slots and you have 4 types? And you wait. This doesn't make any sense. What the hell is this? It's for this card? Let me see. No, it doesn't make sense. Look at that. So you have 4 types of cards, not 6. 8 slots with the discard piles, not 6. So I really don't get it. I really don't get it. But anyway, let's continue. So these are the types of grapes that you can have. I'm just going to show you an overview. So these are the requirements. So for you to plant this kind of grape, the Sauvignon Blanc, you need to have the irrigation system built, and it will give you a quality of grape, quality 3. Then the Cabernet Sauvignon will need the treadmill, not the treadmill, sorry, the trellos and the irrigation, and that's how you interpreted it. Trebbiano, Pinot, Syrah, all very well known names of grapes. Malvasia, Sangiovese. Sorry, I'm not a wine lover, so these names mean nothing to me except Pinot maybe, and Trebbiani's Joey Trebbiani from France. The rest, yeah, I don't know there. And then we have the visitors, the summer visitors, people that come to your vineyard during summer. Like for example, have a wedding party. So you play these cards and you can give opponents money and you get points. Points are every point really makes a difference here because the lane for points is very short. And an handyman, all the cards are different, so I'm going to show you an overview. Just pause the game if you want to read. So the banker, surveyor, overseer. There's a little bit of agricola here with these cards. I find it's a completely different game, right? But the vibe that I have is the same kind of the cards that you have with agricola, which are the rules, the people that do stuff. It's the same kind of thing. The wine critic, the cultivator, the blacksmith, contractor, grower, the tour guide, the stonemason. You can build 2 structures, just paying 8, which is a lot. Gain 3, okay. Volunteer crew, uncertified broker, a planter, the buyer, homesteader, entertainer, sponsor, architect, landscaper, a swindler, the artisan, the broker, the planner, the vendor, the patron, negotiator, producer, the organizer, auctioneer, and the peddler. So these are the guys that visit during summer. Then during winter, you'll be visited by other people, which are merchant, the exporter, laborer, the designer, the governess, the manager, zymologist. I don't know what the zymologist is. A noble, the guest speaker, the butler, craftsman, the governor, the taster, the caravan, a caravan, right? Crusher, the judge, oenologist, the specialist wines, marketeer. Is it well written here, or is it there's an e missing there? Crush expert. Oh, it's crushing the wines, not love crush. Crushing the wines. You see there where you step on them. Uncertified teacher, the benefactor, the assessor, and the queen, harvester, professor, master vintner, I love this card. Jack of all trades, the politician, the supervisor, the motivator, scholar, a reaper, promoter, harvest expert, a mentor, and certified enologist, and the innkeeper. Okay. And then for you to understand, once you have grapes and once you convert the grapes into wine, you need to deliver. So here you would need to deliver a wine of quality 4, red wine, and a red wine quality 3 to get 3 victory points, and then you go 1 in. How does the base game tracks this? I don't know. So on Tuscany, with the Tuscany expansion, you have a place where you track your permanent income. I don't know how this happens here. Oh, it's here. It was hidden. So you see on this corner, you track. So you go up in around here, and then in the end of the year, you'll just collect that money, which makes a huge difference. So here's a 6 white wine to collect these points. Then you have also rosé wine, and you have 8 and more points. Mixed order, and then you have also some champagne. There's a champagne here. So this one is worth 6 and 2 passive income, but you need 8 of champagne and 3 of white wine. And to do champagne, you need before to have 1 kind of white wine and 2 red wines. To do it's more difficult. So that is also why it's worth so much. Yeah, lots of different things. This one, 3 red wine delivers, a red wine with rosé. So lots of mixture of cards here. Lots of, yeah, and that's it. I guess we went all through everything, right? Yeah. So the only thing left is I hope you have enjoyed, to the point that you leave a like and subscribe. And if you are now interested in watching the Tuscany content, just find that video on the channel, or see in the end the connection with other videos, and you'll see the difference that Tuscany brings and how this game become even better and mandatory to be played with Tuscany. So I'll see you there. Thank you. Goodbye.